I'm ready, Tab. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It is the I'm So Insecure podcast. It's your girls, CocoaBrownCurlsXo. I'm here with Del Wayne and Quintan. Say hi, guys.
What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's up? What's up?
So we are back. This is season 4. We're wrapping up episodes, I believe, 8 and 9. You guys, this past week. We did not film last week. You guys know. We got a lot going on.
Right.
Yes. Will not be televised. We have a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
A break last week, just to kind of deal with our emotions, everything going on in the media with the protests and everything. Yes. We are back this week, and we are actually going to wrap up episodes 8 and 9 for you. So,
yes. Woo!
Super excited. Okay, let me pull up my notes. I have so much to talk
about. Go ahead.
Who wants to go first? Who wants to, y'all already know what I want to focus
on.
Who wants to go first?
So I will go first. Normally I'm like Tab. I have notes, but I have no notes. So I'm just going to freestyle it today. So let me just let me start with episode 8. So episode 8 to me by far was the best episode. I loved it. Honestly, this is the first time we ever experienced them making love on Insecure.
Yes.
If y'all remember, if y'all like, they made love.
Yes.
And if y'all remember the last time Issa and Lawrence actually got it in, it was all bad. It was all bad. It was not a good look.
Right.
They just did it, and he just popped up and walked out the door. It was like ugly. So to see them redeem themselves like this, it was a very, very good episode. I have to take my hat off. So let me give credit where credit is due. Kelly, her real name is Natasha. She wrote that. She wrote that episode. She did a fantastic job. She get a 10 out of 10 out of 10. It was a mature. I've been saying all season long, Q and Tab, that I wanted to see Insecure get more mature, and they did.
Right.
They did.
They really did. Yeah.
And so that's what I got to say about 8. But let me say one thing about episode 9 that I thought was really mature is when Issa kept it real with Daniel, with Nathan, because I've been saying a lot. We've been texting back and forth, and I've been telling y'all that Nathan is going to have a problem with Lawrence, and he may even try to fight Lawrence. He's going to be hurt. So when they started touching on that, I was like, oh, it's about to go down. But he was cool. He was cool with it though. And the fact that Issa has been truthful, she was truthful with Lawrence. She said, look, this is what's going on with Nathan. Then she told Nathan, like, this is what's going on with Lawrence. I love that she was honest with both men. So that's my take on it, ladies. I don't have a lot today, but that's my take on it.
I'm addicted to that honesty. Quintan, I'm going to let you go next. I just want to quickly to what he said. I am addicted to that honesty. That their honesty between, like you said, Issa and Lawrence and Issa and Nathan is making me even more irritated with the Molly and Issa situation. But you know what? It's my turn.
Yeah.
Their honesty is out of this world. And really quickly, just to touch on Natasha being the directing that episode, it was about the silence that seems to me. If you rewatch that episode, everything is silent when Issa and Lawrence are talking. All is them. And it was so loud, and it was like a blanket. I know I'm being like really weird how I'm explaining it, but it was
no, it's good.
Comfort.
I loved it. Like,
it was like,
you're right. Like it was like, no, I was gonna say, it's like we needed a whole movie based on that.
Right.
Like a whole 2-hour movie based on that episode would have been nice.
Like, you literally could not, like, you didn't realize how silent it was until the waitress walked back up.
Right, exactly.
Something else happened. Like it's like she muted everything in the background, and all you could hear was them.
Good point. That's a good point. And what about when Security Bay walked up? Was that not funny?
Hilarious. But I'll wait till it's my turn, because
Okay. All right, Q. What you got, Q?
Well, like you, Del Wayne, episode 8, the maturity was there, and I enjoyed that. Again, Tabitha pointed out, it was just silence, and you just could feel, not only see, but you could feel. Like, she did an excellent job, because I feel when you do watch movies, any type of TV series, you want to be able to feel and actually kind of as if you are a part of it. And that's how I felt about episode 8. It was just a beautiful thing to see Lawrence open up and be honest about how he felt.
Yes,
as well
yes.
as Issa opening up and
That's a good
telling
point.
how she felt. Because normally, and that takes a lot of maturity, because, you know, you can be an older person and still want to hide behind your feelings. And, but the truth to accomplishing, having a great relationship is being open and honest. You know what I'm saying? That's how you can work through and work things out. So that was a beautiful moment too, to see that. And if you have a partner, I like when she was honest with Lawrence
Nathan.
about her situation, about Nathan.
Yeah.
You know, I know I'm jumping to, you know, but that's a sign of maturity too. So I love everything about Lawrence. It pretty much let me know that my dictation was, you know, what I predicted, what I predicted about this, the what was going to go on is true. It's true.
He's right.
Even though I was feeling a little like, oh, I hope he, you know, because as women, you know how we still be like, he got to be up to something. But I do think it's real and it was sincere. And then last night was just it was a great episode. It made me respect Nathan differently too. Because before I was like, ooh, but now I have nothing but love for Nathan because he is a good guy. So if she happened to get with him, I wouldn't feel so bad about it. I'm going to be honest, like, because he is a good guy, but he understands and he respects his place as far as what we could see last night. You know what I'm saying?
So far, yeah.
Yeah. One of the things I did like about last night, okay, when it came to Issa and Molly. My thing with Molly is she's just a complicated person. And I think when a person is in front of you and they're telling you they're sorry, you know, to apologize, you only need to apologize one time. You don't need, oh, I'm sorry. I mean, and they're opening up and they're trying. But in reality, Molly is not trying. She wants to have an issue. Why? I've been trying to figure it out, other than she's just a complicated person. Like, she's truly, you know how you have a person who has everything, but they're truly not happy with themselves? That's like Molly. So I felt so bad for Issa because I felt like she finally is opening up. She's communicating. She's sharing how she truly feels. You know what I'm saying? Because normally she don't do that, but she's showing a maturity. She's trying to get her life in order. And she's accepting her faults. Because remember, she was going to call Molly when she wanted to discuss the situation with Lawrence. But she thought about it. You know, I do always call her when I have an issue and I want to talk to her. So I'm not going to do that.
And that's what best friends do.
Yes, that's what best friends do. But in this situation, no, I need to do it a different way. So when she invited her to the brunch, that was Issa's way of opening up. Here I am. Let's talk about how, because she knew how she felt, but I want to hear how you're feeling. But Molly didn't choose to even talk about it at all then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But towards the end, she still want to have an issue. So that's why I'm saying she just complicated and she wants to just have an issue. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't get it. What is it? What is the problem with Issa? I cannot, that's the part they're not showing. Maybe they will show it. I don't know. But it's like, she's being insensitive and she's not being a good friend. And that's my take on it. So I'm curious to see what next week is like killing me. I'm like, what's going to happen next week? Because, you know, I can't predict. I have no prediction. I can't even figure out what's going to happen next week.
So you say, I just heard you say you like Lawrence, right? So I laughed and I made a facial expression because I do remember you say he was a something fuck boy or something. You called him.
And that's why. Let me tell you. That's why I was concerned that he was trying to. You know, sometimes people they're not. He could still have that feeling where he's mad with Issa, but I love the fact when they had Issa to explain her side of why she cheated. You see what I'm saying? And when I look, and let me tell you,
right.
I went back and looked at season 1. And I
saw
did? Everything. Yes, because when she said what she said, I was like, let me go check this shit out. Because
I done missed some stuff.
And when
you went back all the way to season 1?
Yes, I went all the way to season 1. And when I saw it, I was like, okay, yeah. And then I went to another episode too, when they were having problems. I said, you know what he wasn't a great boyfriend. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? Like he barely showed her any attention. He was horrible. So if you are in a relationship and you don't show your woman any attention, what do you think she's gonna do? You know, I don't know. Like,
well, and see, I'm sorry, because I just wanted to say, and that's why the writings was so good. That's why I give Natasha so much credit for the writing, because he even explained it. He said, I didn't know how to feel. He said, you were going to work every day. I felt basically less than a man. I didn't want to move back to Virginia with my parents because I would have felt even worse. He said, I didn't know who I was at that point. So, like you said, that communication part between them and being honest, it showed great writing. This might have been the best writing episode.
Yes, the best. Oh, of course, because it gave you a lot of answers. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a series that go on, but you still want some answers to some stuff because you want stuff to make sense.
Yeah.
So
and it was even. And it still brought that classic Insecure back from season 1, because when she first walked into the restaurant, she tripped and fell. I was laughing so hard. It made you remember, like, don't forget, she's still the awkward girl. So it was just great writing. It was great writing.
It was.
I peeped everything out, all the small details.
Yes, and so I to be honest, after this, I don't know how this is going to go, but I don't think that after this, Issa is going to be open, though, to kind of trying to figure out Molly. Because at some point, you can't try to figure out people. You got to just move on.
I want to ask you one question real quick, Q. So when at the end, because I know Tabitha want to jump in here. At the end, when Issa got that text from Molly, and she meant to text it to her Asian boyfriend, when they went outside and Molly was like, you know what, we just two different people now. Maybe it's just not meant to be or whatever. What was you thinking at that point? What was your thoughts at that point?
I thought that was, I didn't feel that it was like that, because I don't feel they had issues for her to even come with that. Now, I know people who've been friends for like 30 years and things will start happening, but like with them, I just don't see anything that questions, okay, well, maybe we just outgrown each other. I don't see that. You see what I'm saying? Unless she's truly jealous because her friend is leveling up.
Yeah, but don't
that really be what it is?
But don't it seem like she's not listening to her therapist? Because her therapist said it during the section. Her therapist like, she said either you want to be right or you want the friendship.
Right.
So it was like it's like you're not listening to your therapist. And I have a question, Q and Tab. If her Asian boyfriend was not in the picture, if Molly was single right now, would they still have these issues?
No. Nope.
It would be no issues. They wouldn't even be fighting.
Right.
It's like she got a man now, so I guess she feel like she could treat Issa like this.
Right.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
Telling you. So I want to see more of that, but I guess we probably ain't gonna get to see that till next season.
Season 5.
Like 2020, 2022.
Don't say that.
Don't.
I know they made us wait 2 years. We don't know because the court. Listen, because of the coronavirus, we don't know when they're gonna be able to record again.
You know what?
Oh, they're not filming. That's right. They are not filming right now.
Damn.
It might be 2022.
Listen, Tyler Perry can record an entire series in a week or a movie in 2 days. Once the railroad lifts, they can record a whole season in a week.
Yeah, they just got to be on
writing right now. Right.
And they got to have
writing. You know what? I forgot all about that.
Yeah, Corona is not keeping them from writing. They need to be writing. They need to be around the writer's table virtually via Zoom. Because it's still in Zoom meetings every single day. They could be doing all of that right now and then just wait, until this lifts to actually.
Right.
I'm sure they're discussing it too, Tabitha. I'm sure. Yeah. But Insecure normally records in the fall and then they release in the summer. So we'll see if they start. We'll see if they start recording this fall, come October, September, November.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hopefully the world will be. I don't know. Okay. Now I feel Lord, I ain't think about that. Yeah. But yeah, so that's my view.
That's your
but
take.
it was a great show.
I love your view.
Thank you.
Tabitha, what's up? I've been waiting on this.
I know. We waiting on Tab.
Listen. I got notes for days. Bear with me. First of all, episode 8 had the perfect title. Let's start from the very, very top.
Oh yeah, okay.
Title, Low Key Happy. Like I said, I felt like I was wrapped in a cloak of happiness. Like Cheshire Cat smile on my face the entire episode. 1, because I'm right. 2, because I was just so I just was like, I had not a care in the world, and it was perfect timing. Let's just keep it all the way real. The episode we needed. It has been nothing but just horror in the media, and I needed that getaway, and I appreciated the fact that I believe HBO or Insecure, I know Issa released it, but they basically made a statement like, we hope this episode helps. Like, we know, we have a lot of shit going on, and this might not be the right time to focus on Insecure, but we hope, if anything, this gives you 30 minutes of release. I got it.
Yeah, it did. Yes. It was nice.
Right.
It was
so
real nice.
From the top, I immediately saw that Lawrence popped some breath mint, so I was like, this is going to go in my breath mint means he's nervous.
Right.
He's not coming to tell her that Condola is pregnant, thank God. He's not coming to tell her, I don't think we should talk anymore. He's nervous, so this is going to be good.
Yeah.
And then, like Del Wayne said, Issa fell on her face. Takes me back to my girl, so I was excited about that. I toasted to her block party. So it reminds you of that friendship that they have, that homie love on. Nathan cannot mess up. Nathan can't mess this up. I got emotional when Lawrence was announcing going to San Francisco.
Yeah.
I felt good about her talking to Lawrence about Molly, which reinforced how bad I felt about her talking shit about Molly.
Right.
Two different things, in my opinion. I took note of Lawrence saying that he likes being on teams. He thought he wanted to start his own business because he felt like he had to. And that really resonated with me, because where I am in business with Cocoa Brown Curls, I'm dedicated, don't get me wrong. I love it. I'm passionate about it. But there's something about what I do in healthcare IT that I'm not ashamed to say that I like it. I'm not ashamed to say that I do still like having a footprint in corporate America and being a team. It's not to say that I don't want to build up my brand enough to create a team within my brand that I want. But I like hearing him say he doesn't find an issue with still working in corporate America.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, something about that resonated with me. I got annoyed when Corona kept blowing his phone up while they were on their date.
Right.
Corona? You calling her Corona too?
Corona. Because she annoying. We want her to leave just like we want her to leave.
Y'all need to put some respect on her name.
Anyway.
We want her. She been here too long. Just like the Robo been here too long. Right.
Because she don't want nothing. She don't want nothing. So keep it going. Go on.
When TSA Bay showed up, I hollered. That is
I know. That is cracking up too.
Again, it goes back to the honesty. There's so much in this episode. It is refreshing. Like for Lawrence to say, how y'all know each other? And Issa was like, please don't do that. For him to basically say, like, oh, we used to smash. Like, honesty.
Yeah.
The fact that Lawrence is so secure and their relationship is so solid, most guys would have got an attitude. Like, now I'm in front of a man that you've been smashing while we off, whereas Lawrence, who is homie lover friend, he didn't take offense to that. He joked. He played it up. He thought it was funny. What else I got? The corn identity, the torn identity, the porn identity. Identity. I have to bring this up because, again, their relationship is so much homie lover friend. and create comedy like that between each other. Like that back and forth, again, refreshing. Something I want to note, because I feel like it's going to come up later, we never did see the art that he bought.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Yes.
And it made me think I need to put a pin in that, because that.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
I was thinking it.
So yeah, I said something about a mountain of silence beside around them. I didn't like feeling at the end of episode 8 like Issa was crawling back to Molly. Because Molly came off nonchalant, and I think
very
continue into episode 9, and I just didn't appreciate that. To what you said, I feel like not only does Molly always want to have a problem, but I just think she wants Issa to beg.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. I felt like she kind of got what she deserved at the end of episode 9. Like, Issa loves herself and understands enough about herself. Like, no, like she told Lawrence in episode 8, I'm shit together. Like, better person now. The old Issa, I felt like might have given Molly what she wanted at the end of episode.
Yes, but like, the new Issa, no.
She's like, well, girl, if that's your response, then okay, let me like.
And that really hurt Issa. Like, she was full, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah. I don't think I expected much out of the entire episode, because we started out very phony. That brunch was phony as hell.
Yeah.
That brunch was super phony.
Yes.
I liked Asian Babe trying to get her to see, but I think that goes along with what I said with episode 7. He's going to get tired of that.
Yeah.
It's going to get tired, because he's
it's clearly her.
Yeah.
It's clearly
he
her.
brought up his brother. We forgot to mention that earlier. He brought up his brother, and I feel like he is going to eventually keep his family separate. And remember what I feel about the Asian community? Play around. He might date you, but he's not going to marry you. If he can't get along with his family, he's not going to create
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's it. That's all. I think y'all covered everything else.
Tab, I have a question for you. Do you think that Issa wants the friendship with Molly more than Molly wants a friendship with Issa?
I do, because I think Molly thinks as long as she has a man and her career, that's all she needs.
Right.
Molly is so, and remember, this is what I said before, I think Molly is in a place in her life where she wants to prove to not herself but to Issa that I can have what you have. I'm not always a mess, because we looked at Molly, even though Issa's the awkward black girl, we've always looked at Molly as more of a mess than Issa. I think Molly is hell-bent on proving the opposite. I think she's hell-bent on proving herself and Issa wrong. So I think right now, in her mind, she thinks as long as I got Asian Bae in my career, I'm good without Molly.
Right. I think you're right.
I think that's what Molly thinks. And I think Issa is genuine. Issa's like, girl, like, I miss my friend. I want my friend back. But I'm not going to beg you.
Yeah. I have another question for you, Tab. Do you think that there's a part of Issa that really don't want to let Nathan go? Like, she's still holding on?
Because he hasn't done anything wrong, I do believe. I think she feels bad. I think she she doesn't feel like she has, other than Lawrence being back in her life, she doesn't have a valid reason not to explore that. And
because she showed up at the barbershop.
Right.
And then when he told her that he found out he had bipolar, she felt really bad for him. So it was like that almost gave her a reason to forgive him.
Right. Exactly. Because unlike Daniel, it's not a mess. Like, it's not a messy situation of why they kind of ended it. You know what I mean? It was like, you had a real reason of what was going on. Yeah. It's like,
I'm sorry. And I was just going to say real quick, I'm glad you brought up Daniel, because that was my next question. This is what got her in trouble the first time, like not being able to completely let go of another dude. Like, she has to let him go, but I don't think she's ready to let Nathan go. Like, she cannot be 100% with Lawrence if she's showing up at the barbershop and she's still hanging out with Nathan. That's not going to work. And Nathan already said, look, this dude, he wishy-washy. You don't know what you going to get for him. When Nathan told her, He did. But what Nathan said was 100 though. He was like, look, I was there for you when this dude wasn't. And I know what type of dude he is. So Nathan he had a point though. He did have a point.
Yeah. He was on thin ice though. You see the way
right.
And she checked him. She was like, hold up now, you crossed the line, but
like now that I'm good with him, you don't talk about him. Like it was
really Tab.
When I'm good with him, don't do it.
Really Tab. Now that I'm good with him, don't talk about that.
We don't know where he was. Remember when Lawrence was on the phone with her and he was like, all right, well, I got to go or whatever the case may be. He was standing outside of a location. I almost feel like he was at lunch with Condola again.
Yeah, I felt that way too.
Yeah.
Yo, you're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, and I'm gonna tell, just kind of off subject too. But the same thing with Molly and her boyfriend. When Molly walked in the house, he was on the phone talking to somebody. As soon as she walked in, she was like, "Oh, I gotta call you back." I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know we don't know who he was talking to.
Right.
Exactly. So yeah, I noticed that. So
yeah.
I think Lawrence, between them actually making love, I think the honesty. I think the vibe, they're kind of back to how they were when they fell in love before. I think it's keeping him moving in that direction. I think Dola is just still around. And I think he's trying to break that off or trying to get away from it. And I think, until he completely severs that, I think we're never.
Yeah, because Condola, one, her thing is, she knows that Lauren still loves Issa. Mm-hmm. She knows that firsthand. So if he isn't with her, more than likely, he's probably going to go back to Issa. Mm-hmm. And so women can be very calculating too. So I might not want him, but I don't want him to go back to Issa. You see what I'm saying? So
I'm sorry to cut you off. I was just going to say real quick, I have a lot of Instagram friends now that watches Insecure, and they've been hitting me up like crazy. Yeah. And we was talking about the same thing you just said. The same thing. You are so right. Mm-hmm. And I was telling one of my Instagram friends who love Insecure now, her name is Whitney, and she's watching this. I told her exactly this because they want to join the podcast. I got like 2 Instagram friends that's looking forward to being a guest on our podcast.
Okay.
Keep in mind now, Lawrence was ready to marry Condola. It's Condola who wasn't ready. So I don't know.
I would say he was ready to marry her.
He was ready for a serious relationship with her.
I agree. He was ready for a serious relationship.
He was ready for serious, but not necessarily. I'm gonna marry
with Condola. He was not. He wasn't stunting Issa until she broke his.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I feel he's always had that feeling with.
He wasn't
for Issa. I disagree with that, and I feel that he's probably was looking for something serious, but it could have been that he was looking for something serious because he really was missing Issa. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could just find someone to help me to get over this person who hurt me. You know what I'm saying?
Also, Condola's she's a rebound chick.
She was definitely the rebound chick. Definitely. And he wasn't going to marry her.
Are seat fillers.
Oh my God! How disrespectful!
The thing is, I think people forget men are just like women too. They can be hurt, and they can be so hurt that it takes time to get over or get past a person, and it takes time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he was struggling to me, like he's out there dating people, but he can't find that special person. You know why? Because that special person is Issa. So, you know what I'm saying? So he finally made the decision. Yeah. Let me stop fighting this. Let me sit down with Issa. Let me just say, because he was nervous. It was killing him to open up.
You know what, Q and Tab? I finally agree with you, ladies. Y'all are right. Y'all are right. All hail to the queen. All hail to the queen. Now listen, don't nobody steal my idea. But when I come back next week on our podcast, I will officially have on a Issa and Lawrence shirt with their faces in the hearts. Okay.
Oh, good.
Issa and Lawrence is the 2020 version of Martin and Gina.
Exactly.
And they just make a great. They make a great couple. And y'all know Love Jones is my favorite movie. And they make you think of Nia Long and Lorenz Tate. I mean, they just make a great couple.
And
they really do.
What they end up having to be with each other because they couldn't take it.
Yeah.
They just couldn't take it.
I'm glad you said that, because one of my predictions for next season, and they probably gonna leave us hanging on this, but Issa may be pregnant because they did it like 6 times.
Oh, for real?
You ain't see how many times they did it?
Oh, they were getting down.
They were getting it in. So it wouldn't surprise me if she ended up pregnant. Like I would love that. I would love if they put that.
That's true. Yeah, that would be cool because that'd take it to a whole nother level.
And one last thing I want to add, Tab and Q. Y'all know how the reality shows that we watch, they always have these big weddings. Wouldn't it be wonderful during the next season at the end they have a big wedding for Issa and Lawrence?
That would be really nice.
Wouldn't that break the internet? Like that would be
that wedding gonna be super fly. That's gonna be a bad wedding.
If they had a wedding next season, everybody and their mama would be watching.
Yeah, that wedding would be amazing.
First of all, can we talk about the designers getting in on who her dress she would like?
Yes. I mean, forget about the Yandy and Medici wedding. Forget about Candy wedding. Forget about Kim Kardashian and all her weddings.
Right.
Issa and Lawrence would be the wedding of the century.
Right. It would be. It would be wonderful.
She did. What was that? Season 3, where she was. She envisioned them, and she was pregnant. And
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't.
And you're right. And don't forget, Lawrence did buy a ring. He did buy her a ring.
He did. And did you see when they had the conversation about that? Like, she didn't really believe he had bought a ring. She didn't even feel he loved her like that. You know what I'm saying? So that speaks volume of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what she said.
It helps give you more understanding of why she did what she did.
Right.
Like, so I was just like, wow. So yeah. And you can't be in a relationship and feel like that.
But if they did get married, would that be the end of the show?
Yeah.
It probably would end after that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
That would be the last episode.
Yeah, because it would change the whole.
Okay, I think I don't think it would, because there are other storylines that we have. We can create storylines from that if needed to. Mm-hmm. It would be
And spinoffs. You can create spinoffs.
Yeah, you can do spinoffs. Yeah, but I think Insecure, that would be if they actually got married and stuff. That would be You know how Good Times went off the air when they finally got out the ghetto. When they finally got out the ghetto.
I cannot believe you just said Good Times.
But yeah, I said Good Times because
that was my show. That was my show.
I was like, why we can't see the black people doing well?
Get out the ghetto,
you got to take it off the air.
Yeah,
we want to see what it's like to live outside the ghetto.
Right. Keep in mind, you said it reminds you of Martin and Gina. Remember, Martin kept.
Yes. I was mad when that went off the air. That was a good show. I was pissed. I was so mad at Gina. Because she the reason why, really. But we ain't going to get into that.
Right.
Yeah.
But she was the reason why.
That's my predictions for season 5. I think they will come back. They're going to be talking about the Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be talking about coronavirus. I think we can see all that coming in the season.
Yeah, that's going to be good. Season 5, that's going to be a good season. That's going to be that's going to be a super fly, super bad. That's going to be dope.
Is it just me but the season finale based off the preview didn't really look like they had nothing really big in it?
Yeah, I was kind of like
based on the preview. I'm like, wait a minute.
Be mad. They better not leave us.
This the last episode.
I want to be hanging. Leave me hanging, but don't leave me hanging like.
Like I need for it to be good. I need y'all to let Kelly write the last episode.
I'm telling y'all now, y'all gonna be singing. Y'all gonna
we're gonna be mad.
You saw it already?
No, I just know. I know from those previews that this last season, episode 10, season 4, it's not going to be, it's going to be, first of all, it's 30 minutes, y'all. It's
right.
It's not going to be.
So, right. You just made a good point.
Cliffhangers that I'm beyond episode 10. I'm on to bring me season 5. Because
you're right. I didn't think about that.
Episode 10 gonna leave us mad.
Yeah, because what all can you do in 30 minutes at this point?
Right. We're gonna be like, damn.
Molly is nowhere near to self-analyzing where she
no.
We're gonna come back into season 5, potentially still with Asian Bae, but in season 5, her and Asian Bae is gonna end.
Yeah. Separate.
Alone. Molly's gonna be alone trying to figure out how to fix what she messed up.
Right. What she done messed up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see them. This would be the first time they ever did this, but I could definitely see them taking a set from LA to San Francisco. I could definitely see them doing a lot of filming there. Because Issa, when he get that job, I could see Issa flying out there spending time.
Yeah, because he gonna get that job. I already at that part I forget. He's gonna get the job in San Francisco. And that's what we're gonna be left with.
Because remember, we never seen them film outside of LA besides Mexico or whatever.
Well,
we never really see them film outside of LA.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So
while he's in San Francisco and they're trying to make it work, unfortunately Nathan's going to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just preparing myself for that.
Yeah, Nathan gonna be gonna be in the picture. I don't know what the outcome gonna be, but he is.
Right.
Yeah, because during the preview she showed up to the barbershop and he introduced her to everybody. So
right. Mm-hmm.
But I do kind of off subject again. Please tell me y'all watch Molly's HBO special.
No, I haven't watched it yet. But I plan on watching it.
I'm not gonna say. All I'm gonna say is auto pay is gold.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm gonna watch it. I gotta watch it.
So
where is it? It's on HBO, right?
It's on demand. It should be on demand.
Okay.
I watched like 30 minutes. I caught 30 minutes at the end, and I was dying laughing. It was so funny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did a good job. She reminds you that this was her first passion. This acting, it came. But she's always been about the comedy. So it was good for her parents and her family.
Yeah, I agree.
Catching heat. When I tell you Yvonne is catching so much heat playing Molly,
I know because I see you all on Twitter. I see you on Facebook. I see you on Instagram.
I stay in the comments.
And what was that? What was that one comment you sent me? What the young lady was talking about on Facebook?
Yeah. Hold on, I'll find it. I sent it to you on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull that up. Yeah, so this was from someone, just as I was scrolling Facebook earlier today. So I'll just read you because I didn't send it to you. So this was someone I saw on Facebook. She said, Issa's form of dealing with things is just to sweep her feelings under the rug. Her friendship is more important than how that friendship makes her feel. That was a good statement.
Yeah, that was excellent.
More focused on that than how she actually feels.
Right.
She feels like a victim, and once considered to, no action will truly make her feel better. Once she's done, the walls go up. She's willing to completely cut off Andrew's brother. How does she think her relationship with Andrew will progress? I like her therapist. Do you want to be right or in a relationship? That's a great question. Right. Especially coupled with, does the relationship still serve you? Let's see what else. She says, even the way she, as in Molly, was offended at Issa's okay. She wants Issa to grovel. Issa just wants Molly to show she wants the friendship. She said, we never heard Lawrence say okay to her healing or dealing with Nathan, I guess is what she meant. This will be a problem. Lawrence just now getting his sea legs on all fronts. But I really like those two together. He seems sometimey. Nathan is sexy. I need a role for season 5. I'll be his love interest. So we have some viewers who want to be Nathan's love interest. Oh, she brought up the hand warmers. She said, I'm going to try the hand warmers in the purse.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that was a really
good. That was good. Well, I'm glad you did that. We should do that more often. And why not invite some people on as guests? I got like 2 people that's interested in joining us for the season finale to give their point of view. So I think that would be cool if y'all.
I'd be game for that. Yeah, I would be game for that. Yeah. It'd be cool that people agree with me.
Right. Right.
But yeah, it was a great. These last 2 episodes was really good, and like y'all said, I don't know what they're gonna be able to do in the season finale, but they haven't showed us anything based on the preview.
Right.
Really, it's gonna end anything. I think we may see Condola. We may see Condola. She may make an appearance in the last episode, but we'll see.
I mean, she might as well. We know she hiding in the woodworks.
Right. Yeah.
So that's
come on out. Be seen.
Come on out so we can send you out. Come out so we can send you away.
So we can see you and you can go on.
And mind you, her and Issa are friends. They genuinely like each other.
Well,
that's until she goes.
You don't think they genuinely like each other?
I think they did.
I think they did. Remember, she goes to her and really through for her. She showed up at the party, but she didn't stay.
Right.
She showed up to be professional and to make sure the vision came to light. Congrats to Issa. Yeah. She didn't stay and see that.
Yeah. No, she didn't. So they're not as close as they were.
Let me take a second to prep myself as I say this. Even Molly showed up and stayed throughout.
Right, exactly.
Despite the issue and the friendship, Molly still, and that's what a real friend does.
Friend does, yeah.
Each other, I think they were vibing really well.
Right.
But I think Condola didn't finish up she didn't finish strong.
Right.
You make a very good point, and I think it's kind of windy. I just want to say real quick, we haven't adjusted this, but don't it seem like Issa is yearning for a friend, like a real friend, like the girls from the East Coast, what she was trying to have with Condola, what she's trying to have for Molly. She's generally looking for a friendship from another female, and she's
because her friendship with Molly is just not the same. So when you're a person
looking for that connection.
Yeah, because that's what help. Friends help friends, and friends help you get through, life for real. Like people need people, regardless of what people say.
Her and Kelly is more closer than her and Tiffany. Like she don't even mess with Tiffany like that. Did you notice she didn't even call Tiffany for advice?
Yeah, no.
Right.
She called her brother. Kelly didn't answer the phone. Her brother was no help at all. But she didn't call Tiffany. Why did she call Tiffany?
Right. Yeah.
What's her name? Yeah, she didn't call her.
They're not there. And I think that's a good point to make, and that will require some more honesty. I think, because some people are so hell bent on, I don't need anybody. I'm good by myself.
Right.
And some of us no, we need. I love having a great relationship, great marriage. I love having a strong sisterhood relationship. Some of us need that, and I think it's okay to and be honest.
Yeah.
But it leaves her vulnerable, and it does. It puts her in a vulnerable position, and for people to take advantage of her, like the East Coast girls. What she said I thought it was funny. That's why I don't trust them East Coast hoes. Or something she said.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it leaves her vulnerable because she's yearning for that female friendship.
Yeah, she is. I agree.
Yeah, but that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I have.
So we got our
until next week. Until next week.
Yes, until next week. Well, it was great, ladies. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys. And
I enjoyed it.
One next week.
We'll talk to everybody next week.
All right.
Guys.
Bye.
All right. Bye. See you later.